everybody. We got Tristan DeSilva, Luke O'Brien. We'll go ahead and open up for questions.
Luke, that's 20 rebounds in the last 2 games. Was this a focus for you this weekend, or what was the matchups you were getting to crash boards like that?
I mean, yeah, I thought at Cal I had 0 rebounds, and I took that as like very personal for me because I pride myself, rebounding offensively and defensively. And this week in practice, that's what I did. I was boxing out. Some of the rebounds came to me, but that's been a very big focal point for me this year. So yeah.
Tristan, another really good defensive effort from you guys tonight. That's 2 games in a row with these Oregon schools. Obviously, it was a tough night defensively at Cal. Do you feel like maybe you guys figured something out this week in the way you're able to shut down these 2 teams right in a row?
Yeah, I think so. In practice we've been going back to the basics. Defensively especially. And for us, it just comes down to guarding the ball, being in gap help, and then being in the help side too. And then knowing our rotations, playing with maximum effort and energy on defense, having great talk. And, we realized over the past two games, when we do that and we get, easy transition and easy offense, it's way more fun to play. So I feel like if we stick with that, it's gonna be a fun season for us.
Tristan had talked with we talked with Coach Boyle after the Oregon game about sort of the Jekyll and Hyde nature of this team. How much do you guys think about that? How much of a push is there to basically be like, hey guys, let's put together back-to-back good games. Let's follow up a big win with an equally good game.
That's you. I'm new to this.
As I said, we've been going back to basics, when we guard the ball and we play defense like we know we're capable of, we're just having more fun out there, and that's the only motivation I feel like we need as a group, because we're a really tight group. We all love each other, so having fun on the court out there is the main goal for us.
Tristan, how impressed have you been with these last 2 games that you guys have been able to build on the big halftime leads that you've had? Because obviously Arizona State earlier in the year kind of let that one slip away in the second half, but this time, these last 2 games, you guys have just kind of not let Oregon State get back into it at all in the second half.
Yeah, I'm really proud of all of the guys. We've been talking about consistency beginning of the season, where we're kind of up and down. So I feel like it's important for us to kind of get back to what we need to do to stay consistent, and I feel like we've proven those things that are important for us the past couple of games.
Luke, you guys have been playing well at home pretty much since the Arizona State game.
Yeah.
But on the road, obviously, it's been kind of hit or miss for you guys all season. With these 2 games, obviously, if you're going to make a push in the Pac-12, you're going to have to start getting some road results. At some point, how do you take this effort and kind of pack it on the road this upcoming week to LA?
Yeah, we got to build on it, obviously, but I think we celebrate this today and then we go right back to work. We had a really tough week of practice this week, and I know we're going to have that on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday for that, and we just can't get complacent. I think that was the biggest issue for us, is we beat teams like Tennessee, and then we're like, oh, we're good, and then we play UMass and lose and stuff like that. So we can't get complacent with these Oregon wins. We know USC and UCLA are huge, so we're just going to take it one day at a time.
Tristan, you had a really efficient night shooting the ball tonight. Do you credit the coaches, teammates, and getting you those looks that you can put away?
Yeah, I feel like our team in general, coaches give me the trust to shoot the ball, to make plays for myself or for others. And then, I have a great group of guys around me that share me the ball, and that I also like to share the ball too. I trust everybody to hit shots, to make their layups, and to make plays for each other. So credit goes to everybody.
What do you guys think you did as a team defensively so well tonight? Tristan, you talked earlier about kind of getting back to basics, but what facets of the team's defense do you think did real well tonight?
I think it's just we took pride on it, like every possession. When we talked about before the game, like the Oregon game, I think every possession, like it should be fun for us to get stops. Like we should enjoy getting stops all the time. So like anytime we get through a ball screen, we're yelling. We're getting hyped for our teammates. Anytime we're jumping to the ball, anytime we're in gap side, like just anything we can do to get like high energy. And just every possession, we just want to get one stop and then next one, just build on it. So.
Alrighty.
Gap side, huh?
Any more? Thanks, guys.
Yeah, bro.
Really good win. Impressive defensive effort again by our guys. I got to tip my hat to them. Really responded to the challenge that we gave them early this week, and we put back-to-back efforts together. We weren't at our best offensively tonight. I thought we were a little sloppy with the ball, especially that second half. Didn't shoot it particularly well, 41%. But when you can win going away, shooting 41% and turning it over 13 times, you're doing something really good on the other end. So proud of them, and it's just one game. It's just one weekend. We took care of business, but now it's time to take this show on the road and go to L.A. and play two of the best teams and most talented teams in our league. So we'll see what the future holds, the immediate future. That's all I'm concerned about right now. And I'm going to give these guys tomorrow off. They deserve it. They've worked hard this week and got a little bit of momentum going right now. So we got to keep it.
Tad, you've talked about Luke O'Brien's growth in his junior season, now 20 rebounds in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
How impressive have you been in these past 2 games, specifically with his effort off the bench?
Very much so. Yeah, Luke's given us everything he's got, effort-wise, and he's active. He gets his hands on a lot of balls. I still think if he would go get rebounds with 2 hands, he sometimes goes with 1, and I haven't seen any Velcro on his hands, yet, and I don't think it's going to be there. So when he starts going to get rebounds with 2 hands, you add another couple, 2 or 3 to his total. And but I love his activity, his confidence. He's playing with he's not playing afraid to make a mistake. And I think the first couple years in Luke's career, he was so worried about making mistakes, and now he recognizes when he makes them, but he just plays through them. And that's a really positive thing for him. And it's not something that should go unnoticed, because he, that shows great growth for Luke O'Brien. I'm really proud of him for that.
Coach, you often talk about affecting a game even when the shot is off. KJ returned tonight, looked like he might have been out of sorts a little bit offensively, but 7 rebounds and 6 assists, and obviously still seemed to play a huge role in this one.
No doubt. Yeah, KJ, everybody knows how important he is to us, and there's going to be nights he scores a ball. Again, we talked about balance. It's the first number I looked at, because I knew he made some nice passes, and he was really unselfish tonight. But 6 assists is a good number for him. Still would like that turnover. I'd like to be 2 rather than 4. But he's growing, and there's going to be nights we need him to score. There's going to be nights we need him to distribute and play a great floor game. And 7 rebounds is fantastic. He's had 10 before. I think he's had a double-double with points and rebounds. So, I thought KJ it's good to have him back. I was a little nervous going into Oregon, I'm not going to lie, without him. But
In the passing a little bit from KJ's standpoint, but you guys have 15 assists on 21 main baskets.
Yeah, exactly. And if we shoot the ball tonight, like we're capable of shooting the ball, we have 18 to 20 assists. I really believe that. So you're right, 15 assists on 21 baskets means we're sharing the ball. And it's really important that we continue to do that, because the further you go into conference play, the harder it is to score. Like when we go to L.A., it's going to be difficult to get buckets. There's 16 games now, 17 games in the books, on film. People have scouted you. They know your weaknesses. They know your strengths. They try to take stuff away from you. So our players need to just make plays for each other, continue to share the ball, and just do what the game dictates that they do, whether that's in a ball screen or whether that's on the fast break or wherever in the half court. We need to get more movement. I thought we were a little stagnant offensively tonight, because you have to move and get the defense moving to get good shots in this league.
Over the past 2 games here, Ted, you guys have given up 83 combined points.
Yeah.
83 combined points. From your vantage point, what have they been doing so well defensively?
Locked in to the scouting report. You look at what Will Richardson was averaging coming in here and Fale Dante and what they got. Pretty impressive. Then you look at Akano and Taylor and Pope and what they were averaging combined coming in here and what they got tonight. Pretty impressive. So they've taken the scouting report and we've locked down the best players in the other team scoring-wise. And Mark Johnson told me, I think in conference games, combined 83 points in 2 games back-to-back hasn't been done since the 40s. It's pretty impressive. So, you know, if you do it non-conference because, you know, you get some of those bye games and lower level teams. You can get, you know, might be a little bit easier, but you get into conference play and you lock people down like we have the last 2 games, good things happen.
How important has the response you guys in the second half? Because obviously you guys have had big leads at halftime before, obviously
Yeah.
Arizona State game. But these last 2 games, you kind of stepped on the throats of your opponents and not let
Yeah.
them even make it a contest in the second half.
And that's the key. That's, you know, because it's so, I think when you're fighting human nature, you want your players not to play the scoreboard, to play the possession. And our guys have done that the last 2 games. And that's why we've not let them back in. We've not let runs come. You know, they cut it to, I don't know, 14 a couple times in the second half. You know, it was a 15-point lead at halftime. It should have been 18. You know, Akano made a hell of a step back 3. That was, I mean, I can live with that. To me, that was great defense by Javon Hadley. Sometimes you're going to play good defense and they score. But the key is keeping the intensity level up and the focus level up for 40 minutes, and we've done that back-to-back games now.
Nick Clifford's looked really aggressive these past 2 games.
Yeah.
What have you liked from him that you've seen? It seems like he's been shooting a lot more on the perimeter, and then with that, they've been respecting his shot. He's been getting a lot more aggressive and also attacking the rim like that.
Yeah, I think what I really like about Neek is he's kind of taking what the defense gives him. You know, if he's open, he shoots it. If, you know, like in the second half, Adela was closing out to him in the corner, and he drove it, which is exactly what you do when a 5-man's coming out at you. And I think, you know, in maybe games past, he might have shot that 3 on Adela rather than driving it, and he got to the free throw line. And we got to the free throw line better tonight. We made more free throws than our opponent shot. It's the first time. That's one of our game goals. It's the first time we've done that in a long time. I can't remember the last time we did that. And we shot 66% from the line. So when we start making our free throws, we start, you know, making shots that we're capable of making, this team offensively can be pretty explosive. But when we're not, that's when you got to rely on the other end, and we've been able to do that.
Ted, is there any kind of timetable on when Gavin might be able to?
No, you know, part of it is just nature taking its course, letting the body heal in his knee, getting the swelling out. I'm hoping the Washington weekend. You know, he probably won't play next weekend would be my guess from what our trainer. Yeah, I just listen to our trainer, and our trainer listens to our doctors, and you know we got to get that knee stabilized. Doesn't need surgery, which is a good news. So, you just got to let nature take its course. But I'm hoping that weekend. I'm not guaranteeing it. There's no guarantees, but we're on top of it. He's working hard every day to try to get that thing stronger and stabilized.
Ted, how impressive has it been to see Tristan just look so comfortable on the offensive end, really kind of at any spot on the floor, any shot he's taking, seems like he's able to kind of set himself, and he seems to be full control out there.
He's such a matchup problem for other teams. You know, when Lawson's in there and, you know, we start the game, Tristan's at the 3 spot for us, and then he'll go from the 3 to the 5 sometimes, or 3 to the 4. And so when Lawson comes out and he and Javon Hadley are in there, and a guy like Luke, or even one of our other perimeter guys, Ruff, you know, Julian, whoever, he's a matchup problem, especially when he's at the 5, because now he can pick and pop, he can be on the perimeter, he can, you know, drive the big guys. You know, we posted him up against in first play of the second half. We posted him up. We wanted to post him up to start the game, but we didn't get the tip. So he can post up perimeter guys when he's at the 3. And he can drive 5-mans when he's at 5. You know, the easiest position for him to play and for opponents to have him play is a 4. But when he's at the 3 and the 5, he's a matchup nightmare.
Coach, you guys are 7-1 in your last 8. Do you just feel like the team has been able to settle in and address some of those consistency issues? And
Yeah, I don't look at that so much. I look back at the Cal loss, and it still stings. Still stings. But nothing we can do about that now. So our guys learn from it, hopefully, and now it's, you know, it gets harder and harder to win games as conference play goes. And you go on the road, you're playing top half of the league. You know, we've not been playing the top half of the league. So we got that coming. That's down the road. So we'll see what we're made of when we go to LA next weekend.
Anything else for Coach?
Just a fun little test from Thursday's press conference. Was tonight a Jekyll or a Hyde night?
I still can't remember who was my guy that was telling me who was who. I wasn't quite on top. We were the good guy. Whoever the good guy is, that's who we were tonight.